pre-bid conference of our 3 civil works projects to be bid out this coming March 30, 2026. And these projects are 25 MC 0087, construction of multipurpose building, Purok 1, Barangay Poblacion, President Roxas, Cotabato. And this has an approved budget for contract of 4,950,000 to be completed in 210 calendar days, and has a brief description of construction of 1-unit multi-purpose building. Another is 25 MC 0107, construction of enclosed completion of multi-purpose building, Barangay Poblacion, Antipas, North, Cotabato. This is construction or completion of 1-unit multi-purpose building with an approved budget for contract of 19,800,000 and has a calendar days of 161. The last is 25 MC 0108, construction of 2-story with deck, Psao, Cotabato Records Storage Building in Amas, Kidapawan City, North Cotabato. And this has an approved budget for contract of 11,854,991 pesos and 68 centavos to be completed within 242 calendar days. And this is construction of 2-story with deck, Psao, Cotabato Records Storage Building. But before we continue, I would like to request the Secretariat through Ms. Angie Shubal to please declare if we are in quorum.
Good morning, everyone. Present for today's pre-bid conference are Vice Chairman Ma'am Marilyn Bersola, our back member Engineer Jaime Mendoza, Engineer Marcelo Onavia, the back member, Ms. Jennifer Varias, back member, Ms. Nika Tambagan, Secretariat, Ms. Dana Joyce Pulancos, member also in the back Secretariat, Engineer Adam, our DPWH head, Ms. Ferramos, back member, back Secretariat, Ma'am Ethel Joy Rubina Anticristo, our back from procurement, also a back secretariat, Ms. Pichi Natividad Chato, also a member of back secretariat, and I am Rita Shobal, a back secretariat. Also, we have here observer from the contractor, Ms. Michelle Cornelio from Abyss, Liaison of Abyss Construction, Engineer Jonathan P. Likatan, Project Engineer of Abyss Construction, Ms. Ramia P. Rakim, Yaban Project Engineer, Yaban Construction Project Engineer, and Janelle Indiapi from Yaban Construction. That's and also with Mr. Martin Gas from the procurement, and from IT support, Mr. Froilan Marcelino Junior. That's all now. Thank you.
From the Secretariat, we have known that almost all the back members are here and quorum is established. So we are proceeding to the pre-bid conference this morning, and with the information that these projects are all posted from March 7, 2026 to March 30, 2026 at PhilJEP's website and Conspicuous Place and DPWH website. The bid opening shall be on March 30, 2026 at 9:30 in the morning at the PhilJEP's Cotabato 2nd District Engineering Office, Lanao, Kidapawan City, and can be accessed through live streaming at official YouTube channel. And bids will be opened at the presence of leaders representative who choose to attend the activity. So, with this, without further ado, I am giving the floor to our Secretariat for the discussion and more information of our upcoming opening of bids. Ms. Peramos, after which Engineer April will follow and Ma'am Vichy Chato also. Thank you.
Yes, good morning everyone. We have here instructions to our bidders. Under section 2, eligible bidders 5.4. Only bids of bidders found to be legally, technically, and financially capable will be evaluated. The bidder must have completed an SLCC that is similar to the procurement project to be bid and whose value must be equivalent to at least 50% of the ABC adjusted to current prices using the Philippine Statistics Authority Consumer Price Indices, provided that any change to the 50% requirement may be allowed subject to the recommendation of the procuring entity, which shall be submitted to the GPPB for consideration, provided further that contractors under small a and small b categories without similar experience on the procurement project to be bid may be allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the allowable range of 19 contract costs of the registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the PCAP. Section 2, still instruction to bidders. Subcontracts 8.1. Subcontracting is not allowed. Bid security 16.1. The bidder at its option shall submit a bid security in the form and amount as stated in the BDS, which may include the following. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid security declaration or any of the following. 1. The amount of not less than 2% of ABC if bid security is in cash, cashier's check, or manager's check. 2. The amount of not less than 5% of ABC if bid security is in bank draft, guarantee, letter of credit, or surety bond. The bid security shall be valid until July 28, 2026. The bid security should be valid for the period specified in the BDS. Any bid not accompanied by an acceptable bid security shall be considered as non-responsive and rejected by the procuring entity. Thank you.
Good morning once again. To continue, documents comprising the bid, technical and financial components. The first bid envelope shall contain the following technical documents, including the eligibility documents as specified in Section 2, instruction to bidders under item 12.1, 12.2, and the following are field job certificate of registration, platinum membership in accordance with Section 20 of the IRR, PCAB license and registration, in case of a joint venture, statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Statement of the bidder's SLCC in accordance with instruction to bidders, clause 5.5. The SLCC shall be supported by an owner certificate of final acceptance issued by the project owner other than the contractor, or a final rating of at least satisfactory in the CPES or a similar performance and monitoring system. In case of contracts with the private sector, an equivalent document shall be submitted. NFCC computation in accordance with ITB Clause 5.6, joint venture agreement, if applicable. Bid security in the prescribed form and amount in accordance with ITB Clause 16 and validity period under ITB Clause 15. Project requirements, which shall include the following: organizational chart of the personnel to be deployed for the procurement project to be bid, list of contractors' personnel. Example, the project manager, project engineers, material engineers, and foremen. To be assigned to the procurement project to be bid, with their complete qualifications and experience data. These personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the BDS. List of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreements, supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project. As the case may be, which must meet the minimum requirements for the contract set in the BDS. Omnibus sworn statement in accordance with Section 54.3 of the IIR. A reminder po sa ating mga bidders, yung omnibus sworn statement is bago na po yung form as per RA 12009 and it has 11 statements. So please refer na lang po sa inyong Philippine bidding documents na doon po naka-attach yung form ng omnibus sworn statement. Certification of key technical personnel per DEO number 9 series of 2012. And another general information sheet reflecting beneficial ownership information filed with and stamp received by the Securities and Exchange Commission for corporations, partnerships, private sector organizations, foundations, and associations. Per Memorandum of Secretary Vivian B. Dizon, dated February 24, 2026, and another is the ISO 9001 2015 certification or its latest version as applicable as per DO number 110 series of 2024. The second bid envelope shall contain the financial bid form, which includes the bid prices and the bill of quantities, detailed estimates, and cash flow by quarter. If not yet enrolled in the CWA, submit the following: pickup license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, SLCC, NFCC computation, and statement of total assets and total liabilities, the joint venture agreement if applicable. If already enrolled in the CWA but wishes to update eligibility documents, submit the documents that needs to be updated. Yung ating pong bid security declaration po, bago na rin po yung form, kindly refer lang din po sa inyong Philippine bidding documents as per RA 12009. Bid security declaration.
Sige, next. Sige pa.
Ayan po. Please, na lang po, be guided po sa ating mga bidders. The following reminders to the bidders: valid certificate of field jobs registration membership. All manufacturers, suppliers, distributors, contractors, consultants, and service providers shall upload and maintain in field jobs a valid and updated file of the following eligibility documents: registration certificate from the Securities and Exchange Commission for corporations and partnerships, the DTI for sole proprietorships, or the Cooperative Development Authority for cooperatives. For corporations, an updated general information sheet reflecting the beneficial ownership information duly submitted to the SEC in accordance with its annual reportorial requirements. Next is mayor's permit or business permit or its equivalent document, tax clearance as finally reviewed and approved by the Bureau of Internal Revenue, the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB license and registration of contractors, and the audited financial statements stamped received by the BIR or its duly accredited and authorized institutions for manual submission. For online submission, an email confirmation from the BIR in lieu of the manual received, stamping under Revenue Memorandum Circular number 49-2020 or subsequent relevant issuances. Section 20.2.9.2 of RA 12009 For the purpose of maintaining the validity of the certificate of registration and membership, bidders shall ensure that all their eligibility documents mentioned in this section are current and updated. Failure by the prospective bidder to update its eligibility document shall result in the automatic suspension of its certificate until such time that all of the expired eligibility documents have been updated. Another, assign key personnel of the contractor that is indicated under the BTS of the bidding documents that he she must be different person assigned in the contract to be bid and not the same person holding its key position. PRC ID and tax ID or TIN ID of the key personnel must be updated and clear copy. DO number 87, Series of 2020, electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. DO number 11, Series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. DO number 9, Series of 2012, technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. Item number 6, which states if a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding shall submit a certification. The personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded a contract. She will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualification as certified by the head of the implementing office. Item number 7, the bidder may propose a key technical personnel who is not its employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that she will work for the bidder if it is awarded a contract under bidding. The certification under item number 6 or 7 shall be included in the first envelope of the sealed bid. DO number 227, Series of 2024, suspension of DO number 148, Series of 2024. Is directed to suspend the application of DO number 148, Series 2024 shall not apply to the implementation and construction of buildings and bridges. Thus, for construction of buildings and bridges, accredited project engineer shall be assigned by contractors and or consultants. DO number 98, Series of 2016, revised guidelines of the accreditation of contractors, consultant, materials engineers. Classification for ME1, limits of assignments, 1 project costing not more than 150 million or 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 200 million. And for ME2, 1 project no cost limit or 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 300 million or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million. Non-accredited materials engineers may be assigned to the 3 projects with an aggregate cost of 15 million or below. These orders shall take effect immediately. Memorandum dated March 6, 2023, issued by formerly Secretary Manuel Bunuan with the subject, the iteration of department policies, issuances on the sale of bidding documents, and enrollment in the civil works application prior bidding. Particularly item number 1, in accordance with the Department Citizens Charter and unnumbered memo dated December 27, 2021, only the following documents are required from prospective bidders prior to sale of bidding documents: company ID or any government-issued ID, authorization letter, if not authorized liaison officer in the CWA, special power of attorney for sole proprietorship, for board, partnership, joint venture, resolution with secretary certificate, and for corporation, partnership, joint venture, cooperative. These department orders is downloadable in the DPWH website and GPPB resolution in the GPPB website for full details instructions stated in the guidelines for reference of the bidders. ITB Clause 29.3 F of B data sheet. Aside from contract documents required by the procuring entity, the following must be included under construction safety and health program: application form for the evaluation, processing, and supporting documents based on the DOLE's latest issued format and checklist. As per DO 241 Series of 2024, 4 guidelines on the processing, approval, and reporting system of CSHP for DPWH infra projects, the DPWH Implementing Office shall only receive CSHP applications with complete documents. Any incomplete application shall not be received, specifying the lacking documents. Sealing and marking of bids, bidders shall enclose their technical documents described in ITB Clause 12 in one sealed envelope marked technical component, and the financial component in another sealed envelope marked financial component, sealing them all in an outer envelope marked bid. Deadline for submission of bids on March 30, 2026 on or before 9 a.m. 9:30 at the procurement unit, and followed immediately the opening of bids at 9:30. DPWH Cotabato second DEO.
Sa presentation mo. Pero sa documents na 9:30.
Ang time po 9:30 po, hindi po
So
9.
next time, line na ang atong mga time, kaya that is very important.
Yes.
Okay po, madam. DPWH Cotabato second DEO conference room, second floor, main building 2, Barangay, Kidapawan City. That's all po. Salamat po.
Sige. Good morning. To continue, for the information of everyone watching and to the visitors in here, Section 3 of the bid data sheet requires that the major category of work for both for the 3 projects, 25 MC 0087, 107, and 108, the major category of work is BICWO PLC buildings, construction without piles, low-rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. For the pickup license needed, contractors under small A and small B categories without similar experience on the procurement project to be bid may be allowed to bid if the cost of such contract is not more than the RC or the allowable range of contract cost of their registration based on the guidelines as prescribed by the PCAP. To continue, ITB Clause 12.1 H2, next slide, please. The minimum work experience requirements needed for the 3 contracts are for project manager, 5 years in the general experience in the same position and 5 years in the relevant experience. The same with the project engineer, materials engineer. But for the foreman, 5 years in general experience in the same position while 3 years relevant experience. For the construction, safety, and health officer, 3 years experience in same position and 2 years relevant experience. Additional requirements needed. For the project manager, we require PRC ID if applicable, we require PTR if applicable, if professional po yung project manager, and we require PIN ID. For the project engineer, we require PRC ID, PTR, PIN ID, and since the projects to be bid are all buildings, it is required that the project engineer na i-pledge po ni contractor is an accredited project engineer. For the materials engineer, PRC ID, PTR, PIN ID, and certification of accreditation as materials engineer per DEO 98 series of 2016. For the foreman, PIN ID. For the CSH officer, PIN ID and the certificate of training as safety officer. So next, for the equipment, minimum equipment needed for contract ID 25MC, please refer to our published bidding documents, and for the information of our observer, pwede na refer na lang po mo sa presentation kay daghan na kay siya if i-discuss. Next slide please. That is the minimum major equipment needed for contract ID 25MC 0107. And for the last project, 25MC0108, that is our minimum major equipment requirements needed. So, finally, as to the general conditions of the contract, special conditions of the contract, specifications, and drawings, please refer to our published bidding documents. And for our bill of quantities, din po nasa published Philippine bidding documents. I am now turning over the microphone to our back vice chairman for additional inputs.
Thank you, our secretariat, our procurement unit head. And at this moment, we are accepting any questions from our observers for the discussion. So, observers, do you have any question? This is the proper venue for you to raise your concerns regarding our upcoming bidding this coming March 30. Yes, you acknowledge.
Sa CWA po, kailangan update kung ano po yung updated namin sa field na mga documents. Dapat nandun din po siya. Tama po ba?
Yes, ma'am. From RB's construction.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Whatever documents you have submitted to CWA, you also have to submit those documents during the bidding in your technical component envelope. Thank you. Any more? Any questions? Any additional informations from the back? Yes, from the procurement head.
We are requesting, Madam Vice Chair, that and hoping that the bidders will going to submit clear copy of all their documents since it is findings MICOA po. Should be clear. Clear po sana lahat ng mga documents na isubmit po nila. Salamat.
Yes, thank you, Ma'am April. To our observers, you have heard the request of our procurement engineer, no, that since that is the finding of our resident auditor, that the documents submitted, not all, but some bidders submitted documents that are not legible. So this time, we're actually very strict on those documents. No, be sure that the submitted documents are legible so that the DWG and of course the COA can easily find what they are looking for at those documents. So, klaro ba tayo dyan? And also, maybe our procurement engineer failed to mention that you have to attach the certificate of accreditation of your project engineer as the requirement presented kanina. So, any more from the back? Any additional information? None? Since from the chairman of the technical working group? Thank you. So, since there is nothing more to discuss, I'm now closing this pre-bid conference. Thank you everyone for being here. And for the televiewers also, thank you for watching and have a great day. God bless.
See you on March
See you during the meeting.
30.